How the world sees me is of little consequence.
That was a beautiful dance indeed. Sakai's now coming in, but no one's fearing him. Connect, Vanix finally falls, and that is huge for SRG. Both damage dealers off the map. Unbeaten. They might go for a hit. They just keep going. Hume's gonna get way of the dragon back. Vanix gonna connect, and Vanix finds the kill.
It's gonna be history in the making. Watching that gave me goosebumps because again, it is making history, but also the birth of the Sky Prince Skies. He performed amazing yesterday.
And unfortunately for NIP Flash, they're the team that didn't, perform as advertised. I was sort of, upset that went to 3-0 because I do want to see them battle for 5, but it is what it is. SRG were far more prepared.
All right, you know what? Say what you will about how Singapore performed yesterday, but I think they've already gone further than anyone expected.
That's also true.
Me included, but if you'll recall, I predicted that they would actually go through to the next round from the quarters. And that proves that they are more than just a flash in the nip.
You know what? I love that. Speaking of loving, honestly, I love NIP Flash's performance throughout MSC, and I feel like it's one of those teams that you guys got to be prepared for when we're going to M6. Speaking of which, before we even talk about that, let's actually look at the Pepsi's top reactions. Thank you.
SRG grab the pen of fate and write their own history.
All smiles and all excitement when we're looking at the camp of SRG. Of course, looking very good. But again, still want to give a big shout out to NIP Flash, specifically Diablo. He got a 7-0 run. It's like, that was amazing.
I think he gave his heart out for sure. And I think the entirety of NIP Flash as well did. However, I think it boiled down to really just the draft choices from both teams. And SRG really did prepare for NIP Flash, which means that against Falcons and Brent, they will surely be prepared.
I got a little bit of insight on that, but for now, we got to check out our Aramco top 5 plays. And while we're looking at the top plays here, I actually got...
Your inner flame flickers with such beauty.
May YouTube channel at Dandy Paniamogan. Search nyo lang. Dandy Paniamogan. Ito kaya gamitin natin. Masyado maingay ito eh.
Internal closing. Internal opening.
Hello. Ay, suksan. Hello, mic test. Hello, mic test. Hello. Hello, mic test. Hello. Palitan na natin to. Teka lang. Bili muna tayo ng ano. Bali, ayusin muna natin yung ano natin.
Stormy!
Coming in because again, is it a
Your footage of it.
It's rolling.
Use the last insanity anti-CC to escape.
Yeah, nah. I think at this point, they're just gonna have to take their time, right? I definitely think that at this point of time, wait, hold on. That doesn't look right. More help with that, but still, good patience coming in from Skies, right? His ult is such a big resource for him that he needs to hold for as long as possible. At the same time, he's going Fury.
Again, time not that well. Eternal Communist Fury though catches them. Skies gets knocked up straight into the penalty zone. And now with the last insanity, he's trying to burn them down. Is forced to flicker backwards.
Internal
Falcons
opening.
AP Bren. It's Few with the steal on the last insanity. Ogwen's trying to pin him down under that turret. But Cram knows better than to stay in the bottom lane all alone. Innocent up top. Now Kyle TZ comes in. Innocent still able to survive for a bit, but not for long. Not against the TZ Air.
Nicely done coming in from Kyle, right? I mean, if you can... Whoa. Calm down. They really want to deny Skies any kind of farm.
It's getting tough for Skies. 3 levels down against the Nolan. That was a threat that we were talking about as well in the draft. The Nolan can match the farm speed of Ling. So with the Terizla, so much prio. Now with Ogwen walking forward against Cram, Flap TZ can swing the hammer down with the cannon minion. The Skies will be forced to just go for that purple buff up top.
Let's look at this replay one more time here, because again, the way, man, the fact that Kyle TZ just using the ult as a gap closer rather than I want the burst damage, knowing that in the fact that Kyle TZ just using the ult as a gap closer rather than I want the burst damage, knowing that in the fact that Kyle TZ just using the ult as a gap closer rather than I want the burst damage, knowing that in the fact that Kyle TZ just using the ult as a gap closer rather than I want the burst damage, knowing that in the fact that Kyle TZ just using the ult as a gap closer rather than I want the burst damage, knowing that in the fact that Kyle TZ just using the ult as a gap closer
There's a reason he has super in front of his name. Time and time again, he decides to flex that super name. Standing in front, no, below a lane. He got knocked up, he's like, nah, purify. He was getting stabbed, he's like, nah, I got guns.
He's so brave. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like he teases people like, ooh, I'm gonna take off the bulletproof vest this time. Nah, they're still plating underneath it. Joke's on you. But with this being said, right, Dr. Tapey Bread, they slipped up in game number 1 when Smile Red Giants hit a power spike, and they managed to out-micro them in a singular fight to turn things around and find that momentum. I'm expecting that Dr. Tapey Bread is going to take a much slower approach this time, and yeah, that's what we're seeing, right? They're not sending everybody. They're just, oh, if we hit it, then sure. If we don't hit it, we start backing up and waiting for the restretches.
It's all about focus here, right, at this point of the game, especially considering for Graham, he wants to stay in these team fights for a long time. So if Falcon Baby Brent can just push that Faraga armor down, nah, you can't really do much anymore. You're going to be forced to wait for the reset, for the regen of the Faraga armor. But yeah, man, Super Marco. He's like Kakashi with his mask, but Super Marco with his vest. Technically, you take it off, there's another vest down there, there's another plate down there. But at least for Skies, he is looking for farm. On the right place, Yums. I thought he was going to be bursted down there, knowing how far ahead Kyle is. But he just walks up and Skies is able to get a trade. Here you go.
He can stop this if he wants it all.
He does.
He spots it all. He checks it and he cancels it just to slow him down even further. How annoying. Worse yet, I think that Falcon Tapey Bread are in a great position. Actually, he has someone to create that space for him, and SRG don't have that same capability. Stormy is playing at the very edge of his max range. Refuse. He can stay as far away as he wants to. Oh, Flat Easy set it up for me, and Open holds up. I can go.
Damage on towards. Beating out the Eternal Guard for Peel. Skies is forced back as well. Crab is very low. And they can just stand there. Innocent up top, finding a turret. But look at that view again. Able to find the last insanity. That's a blazing duet. Skies steals the Lord somehow, some way. Marco gets the unstoppable. And Innocent gets a turret.
That's a tempo breaker. That's the clearest indication. Look, wait. Let's see. Look at the Lord health. We know what's gonna happen. Tempest the Blades comes out the penalty zone. Lands first. Man!
2 levels.
A millisecond off. Kyle didn't get his retribution off. He wasn't expecting it. That's really unfortunate. Oh my goodness. And not to mention, right, after everything they got, the Eternal Guard, they also forced Yums to actually flicker out of the way. Technically, that's unacceptable.
Falcons AP Brand set that up perfectly. They had everything in their cards. But then, up top, that's where Innocent got picked off as well, by the way. But for SRG, Miracle Workers, Kyle walking up again, trying to get that passive down, unable to do so. Skies wants the 1v1. Jumps back forward, doesn't have the purple buff, needs to respect that the energy can be depleted. Yomes able to escape Eternal Guard, knock Baptiste out. Penalty zone from Flap. Not connecting there. I remember saying Marco even almost getting bursted down. Forced to blink back with the BMI. But now Skies is looking for him, jumps forward, and will be able to find it straight into the Spear of Destruction. A shutdown as he gets out.
The fadeaway jumps down, autos, doesn't even move. One more auto and walks off. Holy, SRG find a way to crawl back into this game despite everything that's happened. It looks like Falcons AB Red, they're trying to regroup here. They go. I don't want to say that it was an overheat, but there are definitely moments where Falcons AP Bread were poking a little too hard for pretty much no value whatsoever. It could be an testament to SRG anticipating the pushback, or we could say that Falcons AP Bread, they were hoping for a little bit more from SRG.
I don't know what it is, Gideon. Falcons AP Bread had such a big lead. Cram taking a whole lot of damage. Even the execute there on the Sky Piercer towards the Faraga armor. I didn't know you could execute the Faraga armor.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Doesn't happen very often here, but then again, it's not like we see Xborg every other day.
When was the last time we saw Xborg?
Oh, I think that was in the group stages already, man. Because that was the only time we got to see, like, you know, Terizla through. Once we got into the playoffs, man, the Terizla definitely was one of those things where, like, we gotta push him out of the way. But at this point in time, we look at the damage dealt. No one's still on top, and even the damage taken, right? Yep, there we go. Xborg as well as Terizla both on top with, you know, Ruby not too far behind. And I think that Yum so far hasn't found a crazy I'm offended yet, right? I think that's the hardest part. Whoever's been throwing the first their abilities first tends to lose that match. With the Winds of Nature from Slide with Super Marco, maybe he can make the super play.
That's something that we have been seeing a lot from Falcons AP Brand, but just in the few last minutes, it's been SRG finding those miracle plays, finding those super plays with an assassination from Skies. Somehow, it's like a timer for SRG. Every time they reach the mid-game, they suddenly get a massive power spike.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out, why did Yumas use the I'm Offended onto Ogun there? What was he trying to bait out? Maybe he was hoping that Falcon Safety Brand is going to overheat. I think for both of these teams, honestly, they're looking a lot more similar as long as this game goes on in this best of 7, right? They're baiting each other to try and overheat, baiting each other to overextend, and Yumas know that the I'm Offended comes back up early.
Started to Eternal Guard. I mean, this Fury and the Flicker combo. Kyle in the back line trying to find the assassination, but Innocent is able to blink out forward. Now in the back, Skies goes for the chase, the assassination on the Kyle with the Flicker forward from Yums. Skies continues it. What is happening to Blaze? Breaks it out and is in the midst of it all. Catches a lot of Blades. Innocent with a cleanup. And now it's Super Marco running for the hills. Flapteezy and Ogwen cannot deal with this Lord take from the Red Giants.
Oh, and now with the Lord take, they can almost guarantee at least one of these inhibitors. If they can get at least one, they can set themselves up for a really good Lord take afterwards. But it all comes down to the real question, who's going to overheat first? Because Falcons AP Brand have not been able to get maximum efficiency off of their abilities just yet, despite everything that has happened, right? It looked like Ogun got a really good engagement, and more importantly, we did see Kyle having an insane angle right straight through the mid lane at the cost of a bunch of flickers from SRG.
This is why the Nolan, it's really good, especially when you're in the lead, right? But when you get to the 50-50s, when the enemy team was able to weather out the early storm, it's very tough for you to enter these team fights. There's a Don't Run Wolf King. There's obviously a Spear of Misery. But let's take a look at the siege now. 3 mini waves crashing down into Falcons AP Brent's base. Innocent finding the pin down straight at the I'm Offended. Over and over with the Eternal Guard catching Flapteezy. Minus Fury used up, but it was cancelled by him taken down. Now Sky jumping to the back using the Sky Piercer. Forcing him in a crown out. Flapteezy with a DPC. Locking Yums down, but he has the immortality. He can still survive. Sky is again poking through. Falcons AP Brent, they live to tell the tale, to see another day. But SRG don't want to stop there. The siege continues. This time to mid lane with Yomes over with the conceal already. I'm Offended onto Few straight nades and a stab down. Few taken down, traded in. Blooper Marco with a blazing duet. Finding one, going for the trade. The base is open though. Skies assassinates Marco straight into the BMI. Kyle, first in the world, now jumping in with a fracture. Not able to get him. Innocent 1 HP. Skies going for it. Minions Fury onto the Cannon Minion. Now Ogwen, the master, 2v1. Tempest of Blades. Ogwen taken down. White zone. Has Flacco.
One step down and see this new threat. Oh my God! What momentum! How did they swing it? And all of this thanks to a simple mechanic. Curse Blast. Where's your HP now?
Hello.
Where's your HP? It's all gone. Max health. Oh my goodness. How did it end up like this? Almost a repeat of game number 1. But this time it's in SRG's favor.
Hello.
They're miracle workers. There's no way to explain it, the way that they were able to find these team fights while being 11-1 down, being 6,000 gold down. Against Falcons AP Bren, that's usually a death sentence.
Most of the time it is. It's like they have Sky Piercer most of the time, but today it looks like they don't have enough stacks just yet. It feels like SRG has just been touched by a god this time around, but it doesn't mean that it's over just yet. It's still a best of 7, right? So we expect it to go the distance. Let's throw it over to our analysts to break it down for you.
First of all, we can at least say it's not a sweep, because now it's a 1-1. But we got to talk about the miracle timing coming in from SRG. Somehow, even in the first game and second game, somewhere in mid-game, between 7 to 12 minutes, is where they really start to shine.
It's the same idea from the previous game where somebody has to force the initiations and the spells coming up from a Falcon Saving Brain, and then Sakai cleans up. It's like a, you know, the Sky Prince is going down and is delegating himself as the cleaner.
I'd hate to say it, but their comeback victory was, in essence, a 2-step process. Number 1, get Sekais into a position wherein he can actually get shutdowns. And then number 2, capitalize on that and out team fight Falcons AP Brand. That's exactly what happened ever since that turnaround.
Honestly, Sakai's is playing like his idol. He started to play like Kyrie. Like, this is the kind of highlight plays that we expect from amazing junglers. But speaking of which, in this matchup, both junglers did absolutely amazing. Like, with this being the trend for game number 1 and game number 2, you really can't say any team is going to win or lose based off of a small lead that they have. I feel like even 2,000 or 3,000 lead isn't that big of a deal when we're talking about both teams.
Yeah, Sakai has cemented himself as absolutely one of the best Ling players that we've seen all throughout the history of Mobile Legends. The way that he played this assassin, like a true assassin, going in for plays like you're gonna be cleaning up, you allow your team to soak a brunt of the damage and then clean up afterwards. It's as if his strat right now, and this will sound hilarious, but it kind of feels like he's sacrificing his teammates.
This one?
Your team is banning. Please ban a hero. Your team is picking.
You make this. Hello,
Hope will find a way,
The enemy is
even when
picking.
all is forlorn.
Let them play the hero. I will be the truth this world desperately needs.
Your team is picking.
Of imprisonment.
It's my way or the highway.
Ba't di binibilang yung load natin? Kasama sa bilang yun.
Little baby, don't say
The
a word.
enemy is picking.
Kimmy's gonna bring you a cold iceberg. My pleasure.
Love outshines the golden
Your
crown.
team is picking.
Ice gold. Top message. Live chat.
My fists are unflinching! Muscle of iron,
The
bones of
enemy is
steel.
picking.
Popple and Koopa are the best partners in the world!
Partner in the world.
seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed! Let's get this show on the road. Be yourself and blaze your own trail. Request backup! Even the brightest minds of Eruditio have to recognize my ingenuity. Launch attack! Request backup! I'm coming for ya! Nothing like a good battle to field test my latest invention. I don't play by the rules. Initiate retreat backup. Take a dirt nap. First blood. Ally has been slain. Don't worry. This ain't my first rodeo. Mayhem is a great source of inspiration. Let's show them we mean business.
Dito ka sa akin.
This is a stick-up!
Mana ko, baka tatabas ako. Diyan mo na. Maraming mana. Kalmang yung kutubutin mo, wala akong mana.
The enemy has slain the turtle.
Lang, saglit lang, kalma lang.
The name's Ixia. Remember it.
Yung sinira mo.
Take a dirt nap.
Hindi mo nakapatay doon? Ay, ikaw pa nakapatay doon?
Isn't starting over part of the
Paano
fun?
ko nakapatay
Launch
doon?
attack!
Walang yan na. Hook! Huli! Patay! Talaga yan.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been
Huli ka,
slain.
Balbon.
Ally has been slain. It feels good to be bad.
Tapos na yan.
Even the smallest speck of sand can become a sandstorm.
Tapos nga, atras.
The more they look down on me, the more motivated I get. I've slain an enemy. Oh, I'm bad.
Ano, sige? Sige, lock mo yan.
Does this come with instructions? You have been slain. Request backup. An ally has slain the turtle.
Sige yan, patay mo naman si Karina.
Let's get
Diba,
back in the
diba?
saddle. Be yourself and blaze your own trail. Feels good to be bad. Launch attack! Initiate retreat! An enemy has been slain. Field test my latest invention. Ally has been slain.
Kalma ka, Tot.
Ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Let's show them we mean business. All patched up.
Kalma ka, Tot. Masyadong mainit eh.
Even the brightest minds of Erudicio have to recognize my ingenuity. Here comes the fireworks.
Ganyan. Uy. Oh, alam nga, andito ako eh.
An enemy has been slain. They got me. Initiate retreat.
Tayo, tayo.
Enemy has
Nice,
been
nice,
slain.
nice, nice. Tulungan mo, dali.
Killing spree. Isn't starting over part of the fun? The enemy has slain the turtle. A new team destroyed a turret. Don't worry, this ain't my first rodeo. Launch attack!
Sige, pasokan mo.
Even the smallest speck of sand can become a sandstorm. Shut down! Mega kill! Request backup! I don't play by the rules. Our turret is under attack. Source of inspiration. Shut down. Our turret has been destroyed. Just stand back and watch me work. Let's show them we mean business.
Patay, huli ka ni Aldo.
An enemy has been slain. You destroyed a turret. Shut down. Initiate retreat. Our turret is under attack. Field test my latest invention. Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Stay down. Even the brightest minds of Erudicio have to recognize my ingenuity. Attack the Lord. Initiate retreat.
Yan, clear ko lang dito. Dahil minions eh. Clear ko lang minions. Bago mag-load.
Don't worry. Initiate my first rodeo.
Kasi, stuck. Stuck ka. Ah.
Even the smallest speck of sand can become a sandstorm. Ally has been slain. Mayhem is a great source of inspiration. The enemy has slain Lord. Here comes the fireplace.
Emo! Sapukin mo!
Ally has been slain. Enemy double kill.
Sayang.
Our turret has
Does
been
this come with
destroyed.
Dip mo na, dip.
Our turret is under
Ayan.
attack. An enemy has been slain. Our turret has been destroyed. Shut down.
Patay.
Double kill.
Double kill, oh. Sama to.
It feels good to be bad.
Try mo! Low HP yan. Isang salpok mo na lang yan.
The more they look down on me, the more motivated I get.
Matay ko. Yung mali.
Take a dirt nap. I'm coming for ya. This is a stick-up. Just stand back and watch me work.
Hindi pa na tayong kopa. Sukor. Sukor ka pala eh. Yun, patay. Patay mo.
Remember, one eye open. An enemy has been slain.
Be yourself.
Enemy has
Blaze
been
your own
slain.
trail.
Double kill.
Even the smallest speck of sand can become a sand.
Balag na to!
Ally has been inhibitor turret under attack. An enemy initiate retreat. Request battle. Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
Take a dirt nap.
Launch attack. Your team destroyed a turret.
Gather up the Lord. Let's show 'em we mean business. I don't play by the rules.
You have slain an enemy.
Tunaw eh.
Mayhem is a great source of inspiration.
Your team destroyed the turret. An enemy has been slain. Unstable network.
Here comes the fireworks. I'm coming for ya.
Takbo! Habang may lupa.
Ally has been slain. Enemy double kill. You have been slain. Initiate retreat.
Ambus lang ano nito eh.
Attack the Lord.
Oh, patay
Our
oh.
inhibitor turret is under attack. Destroyed.
Retreat ay!
Quest back. Initiate
Go back.
retreat.
Ay, patay
Our
tapos.
base is under attack.
May nagmapa mi.
team is banning. Please ban a hero. The enemy is picking.
Ready, go!
Your team is picking.
It's my way or the highway.
Mighty oaks from little
The enemy is
acorns
picking.
grow. I, Minotaur, will finish off what was left undone.
Your team is picking.
Rise and serve me. Let them play the hero.
The enemy
I will
is
be the
picking.
truth this world desperately needs. I see lots of prey.
Let's play together.
Your team is picking.
Shadow of obscurity! Sancho!
Kunat ng kalaban. Ang kunat-kunat ng kalaban.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed! Lovely. Let's get this show on the road. Just stand back and watch me work. Initiate attack! I'm coming for you. First blood. They got me. Isn't starting over part of the fun? Mayhem is a great source of inspiration. Even the brightest minds of erudition have to recognize my ingenuity. The more they look down on me, the more motivated I get. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Let's show them we mean business. Request backup. Launch attack. Request backup.
Kaya may request backup dito.
Request backup.
Uy! Tumirik, boy.
Don't worry, this ain't my first rodeo. An ally has slain the turtle. An enemy has been slain. I don't play by the rules. An ally has been slain. Take a dirt nap. This is a stick-up! Here comes the
Nakasend ako,
fire!
hindi pa ako nag-ulti.
Let's get back in the saddle. Even the smallest speck of sand can become a sandstorm. Initiate retreat! An enemy has been slain. Initiate retreat! Be yourself and blaze your own trail. An ally has been slain. Take a dirt nap. What an eye opener. I don't play by the rules. You have been slain. They got me. An ally has been slain. Gather at the turtle! Initiate retreat! Part of the fun. It feels good to be bad. The enemy has slain the turtle. Nothing like a good battle to field test my latest invention. Ally has been slain. The name's Ixia. Remember it. It feels good to be bad. Here comes the fireworks. Our turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain. Enemy killing spree. This is a stick-up! You have been slain. Our turret is under attack. Let's get back in the saddle. Our turret is been backup. Enemy rampage. An enemy has been slain. Ally has been slain.
Kanina ka pa.
Let's go business. Our turret is under attack.
Ay! Nag-tank na naman, boys. Talaga, kakainis.
turret has been destroyed. The enemy has slain the turtle. Part of the fun. Be yourself and blaze your own trail. Launch attack! Our turret is under attack. Ixia. Remember it. An enemy has been slain. Don't worry, this ain't my first rodeo. This is a sticker! Take a dirt nap. I'm coming for ya. Your team destroyed a turret. Your team destroyed the turret. An enemy has been slain. You destroyed a turret. Monster kill. Double kill. Initiate retreat has been slain. Even the brightest minds of Erudicio have to recognize my ingenuity. Launch attack! Our turret is under attack. You destroyed a turret. All patched up. Initiate legendary. Even the small turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed. Has been slain. Gather up the Lord. An ally has slain more. The more they not so tough now, are ya? Nothing like a good battle field test my latest invention. Shut down! Mayhem is a great source of inspiration. Our turret is under attack. Let's show them we mean business! You have been slain. Initiate retreat! Our turret has been destroyed. Get back in the saddle. An enemy has been slain. Be yourself and blaze your own trail. Launch attack! Double kill. The more they look down on me, the more motivated I get. I don't play by the rules. An enemy has been slain. You destroyed a turret. Mayhem is a great source of inspiration. Initiate retreat. Mega kill. It feels good to be bad. Request backup. Even the smallest speck of sand can become a sandstorm. Request backup. Nothing like a good battle to field test my latest invention. Your team destroyed a turret. You have slain an enemy. All patched up. Gather up the Lord. Take a dirt nap. Gather up the Lord. Request backup. Gather up the Lord. Unstoppable. Gather up the Lord. Even the brightest minds there this year will have to recognize my ingenuity. An ally has slain Lord. The bigger they are. Let's show 'em we mean business. Monster kill. Don't worry, this ain't my first rodeo. Launch attack! This is a stick-up! One time double kill! Destroyed a turret! Triple kill! Take a turret! Victory!
A butterfly.
team is banning. Your team is banning. Please pick a hero.
I see lots of prey.
The enemy is picking.
Love and hope are the two greatest inventions.
Please pick a hero.
Do you want to make friends with Nana?
I am the moonlight that
The enemy
breaks
is
through the
picking.
darkness.
Night falls. This was the killing.
Please pick a hero.
word.
Everything engulfed in flames.
Ready, go!
The enemy is picking.
Hope will find a way, even when all is forlorn.
Yan. Yung ano ni. Iba yung ano natin. Whatever yung sa kamay natin, viewers.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them!
Tigas ang ulo ng layo.
All troops deployed! Initiate retreat!
Soon you will all know the full force of the arcane.
Tapang pa, oh. No! Tuwi na pumasok sa tuwi. Lupit.
The world of flames is my domain.
Nakakasabi, Elisa, tipatay na sana.
Feel the heat of the inferno.
Launch attack!
Maybe I should make myself a flaming skateboard. You can't escape my burning blasts. Magic? No.
Launch
This is
attack!
the arcane. understand me.
Attack the turtle. First blood. An ally has slain the turtle.
Of fire. Lava burst!
Ally has launched attack. Ally has been slain.
Magic?
Ano,
No,
naglalaka pa.
this is the
Alam
arcade.
mo na may aim na yan. Adjust na nga ako eh.
Feel the heat of the inferno.
You have been slain.
Ang ina, nakaniban pa.
You can't escape my burning blasts.
Uli. Pak! Kanina katakas ka ngayon.
An
Patay ko
enemy
na.
has been slain. An ally has been
Song of fire. Lava burst!
An enemy has been slain. Enemy killing spree.
Soon you will all know the full force of the arcane. Maybe I should make myself a flaming skateboard. Song of fire. Lava burst! The world of flames is my domain.
Request backup. An ally has slain the turtle. An ally has been slain.
Why can't my teacher just understand me?
Uy!
Our turret has
May
been
nakabang pala.
destroyed.
Fire.
Pasabukan mo na. Wala, hindi tumama na. Dapless na.
Magic? No,
Our
this is the
turret has
arcane.
been destroyed.
Soon you will all know the full force of the arcane. Why can't my teacher just understand?
Launch attack. We're behind in gold.
Song of fire. Lava burst!
Your team destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
Pipipi ka kanina ha.
Launch attack.
The world of flames is my domain. You can't escape my burning blasts.
Launch attack. Attack the turtle.
Maybe I should make myself a flaming
Our
skateboard.
turret is under attack. Gather up the turtle! The enemy has slain the turtle.
Feel the heat of the inferno.
Killing spree! Shut down!
Why can't my teacher just understand me?
Our turret is under attack.
My flame. Reignite.
Initiate retreat. Launch attack. Our turret is under attack.
Tay!
An enemy has
Uwi na! Ubus na yan!
enemy rampage.
Tatapos natin ito. Dito, Day.
Request backup.
Push tayo, push.
Push first. Request backup.
Soon you will all know the full force of the arcane.
Initiate retreat.
You can't escape my burning blasts.
Launch attack. An ally has slain Lord.
Feel the heat of the
Request
inferno.
backup.
Song of fire. Lava burst!
Shut down. Request backup.
The world of flames is my domain. My
Killing spree. Enemy double kill. Your team destroyed a turret. Shut down. Initiate retreat. Ally has been slain.
magic? No, this is the
Your team
arcane.
destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. Your team destroyed a turret. Enemy killing spree.
Song of fire.
Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat.
Maybe I should make myself a flaming skateboard.
Request backup. An enemy has been slain.
Lava burst!
Your team destroyed a turret.
The world of flames is my domain. Soon you will all know the full force of the arcane.
An enemy has been slain. Launch attack.
You can't escape my burning breath.
Request backup. Request backup. We're ahead in gold. Request backup. Attack the Lord. Gather up the Lord.
Maybe I should make myself a flaming skateboard. Song of
Ally
fire.
has slain
Lava
Lord.
burn!
Launch attack.
You just understand me.
Your team destroyed a turret. Launch attack. Launch attack. Your turret is under attack. Request backup.
Song of fire. Lava burn! Feel the heat of the inferno.
Destroy the turret. Launch attack. We're ahead.
Of fire. Lava burn!
An enemy has been slain.
Soon you will all know the full force of the arcane.
Asa!
Victory!
Derot ka. Gutom na, kain na tayo men. Tingin tayo ng... Mag-replay tayo ng MEC. Hindi ba kayo nakapanood ng MEC? Talo yung EB friend.
The saying they had us in the first half.
Yeah.
There were 2 of the 3 games, I think, that...
Yeah.
And I
Talo yung EP friend.
Saan naman like ang Sandstorm?
twin cables.
Kayo, Sir Champion.
Labo. Out sa'yo si Philip Asilom. Out sa'yo. Lagay. Inom tayo. Balik mo sila. Inom tayo.
After 87 games from 42 matches held in a span of 12 days, we finally reached the culmination of this competition.
From the simple yet brutally legendary wildcard stage to the unfathomable competitive landscape-shifting tournament events of the group stage and the flurry of do or die matches of the knockout stage, we are down to the final 2 teams.
2 teams that still hold the key that symbolize their journey.
2 teams who have finally arrived at their last stop on their journey to see the world.
Ladies and gentlemen,
أيها السيدات والسادة,
welcome to the Amazon Arena. The best of 7 grand final, the final battle of MSC 2024 at the Esports World Cup is about to unfold.
And by the end of today, we will celebrate the team that will rightfully hoist the coveted MSC 2024 trophy. So without further ado, let us welcome our grand finalists.
Introducing first, from the blue side, the reigning defending world champions from the Philippines, Falcons AP brand. The Bees have never been this close to claiming the only title that has eluded them for years. After exacting revenge against their Filipino rivals, they're finally 4 victories away from making history as one of the winningest teams in MLBB history. Introducing first, the M5 Finals MVP, their explainer, Flap TZ. Filling the jungle, the golden boy, Kyle TZ. Playing mid is the timeless idol, Few. Manning the roam position is the master, Ogwin. And finally, the bulletproof gold laner himself, Super Marco. Falcons AP brand are looking to bring home Philippines' 4th MSC trophy.
And their opponents on the red side, hailing all the way from Malaysia, the unscathed, the undefeated Selangor Red Giants! These Giants, gracing us with their presence on the Amazon Arena, are continuing their undefeated journey, going on 106 days. And now, they are 1 best of 7 away. They are 1 match away from continuing this streak. And by the end of the day, if they manage to tower over their opponents, they will hoist the trophy, going on 107 days of undefeated glory. And now, we introduce our players. First of all, their XP laner, the hand.
This lantern, a gift from the great dragon, in a time long forgotten. Thousands of wishes form thousands of butterflies, and they all blend into my lantern light. thousands of wishes formed.
We just need to be focused and be more prepared in our discipline. So, and also our stamina. That's really important for the BO7.
That few can walk up and pop it in the hash chain and knock them up and even zone them away. The missiles too, Cram brought back, no Purify. The Falcons AP Bren, they'll be happy just with that trade.
This is really good stuff from the side of Falcons AP Bren, right? Stormy is here to kind of help recover Cram's lane, but at the same time, he's leveled down, and Flap to Easy as well as Few making sure that he's not going to be able to participate for the upcoming fight, even setting up the proxy.
This is what's great about Falcons AP Bren, right? The fact that even when they have prio, they don't rush into neutral objectives. They still take their time, go for the buffs, get Kalteezy in a more comfortable spot. And now they have the level 4 advantage. Guys going in, not able to get in there in time. Decimus well good to predict his goals. Stunned up, pinned down on the wall for Kyle to take him out. 3-0 start for the Hayabusa.
Great hit with the Daytona's welcome. They didn't give them a single frame so that he could use the Tempest of Blades. Chain CC perfectly. This is why they are the final boss. It feels unfair. They always play pixel perfect.
Feels very unfair, it seems. But, I mean, we saw in an interview what Flapteezy said literally boils down to, I'm better. We're better on the macro, we're better on the micro, is what he said in the interview.
Every single time that we see these teams play, we're just hoping that something is going to change, right? And I think that SRG, now that they've kind of lost tempo and losing out, and the most important thing, which is their lanes, can they bounce back? But first, the game fact.
This is the bulletproof man himself. Super Marco tops NSC 2024 with the lowest average deaths per game at 0.77, then followed by Few.
I think, to be fair, Few got done a little dirty with his stats only because he's put on a Julian of all things. But hey, still, Bulletproof Marco's still living up to his moniker. At this point in time, let's have a look at the items to see who has got what. And it looks like, oh, interesting. Kalteezy might be rushing for the Sky Piercer now that he's got quite the substantial lead for himself before finishing off the Hunter Strike.
Taking their time, it seems. I mean, for most of them, especially in the bottom lane, Innocent, he knows that this is not a winning matchup. He wants to just scale up. Doesn't really want to go for a lot of the skirmishes. So he goes for the Warrior Boots here up top. Cram pops into Purify, has the hard guard to get him now. Sky trying to go for the chase. Kalteezy goes to the quad shot on the back line as Few is able to disengage. Flapteezy rotates over, providing cover. Flicker forward by Flap. Really trying to get Skies there to punish him, but now that's a big flicker, big ultimate down. 12 seconds for the next neutral objective.
Still, the hard guard's not going to be back up when this turtle fight does commence, right? And at the end of the day, it still feels like FCAP is trading up. They're still taking away camps from Skies at this point of time. The real question is, when exactly do they actually want to commence a full-blown team fight?
Well, Decimus welcome. The missiles does connect onto Cram, who's going to be dealing a lot of damage now with the Curtains call onto Falcons AP Bren. 2-level lead on Kalteezy. Skies hovering over Cram again, doing some damage. Minus Fury by Ogwen. Knock 2 members off straight into the enhanced sight. Kalteezy secures the retribution. Now Kyle just jumps back and forth. 2-0 in kills too.
This early game is completely disastrous. Falcons to AP Bren, they're going to be able to control this for the next 8 minutes or so. And I think that's like a Red Giant. Oh, I mean, they're trying, but at the end of the day, right, they've been slowed down significantly. Look at this.
1v4 in the bottom lane with a hard guard down. Innocent trying to run away, gets chopped down, and he got taken out inside of the belly.
It's too tough. It's too tough. Look at the priority, right? Falcons AP Bren pushing up the tempo, and nobody can really win 1v1 anymore, right? Slanger Red Giants now getting punished for their greedy lineup. This is going to cost them and potentially cost them game number 1. But let's have a look at the hero matchups here, because right now, the actual win rate compared to the theoretical win rate, 100% for Skies.
Retribution earlier, Kalteezy was able to steal away. Now jumps into the quad shadow, gets pinned down, but is able still to escape. These little mistakes, but the instant recovery from Falcons AP Bren.
I mean, like Leo likes to mention, right? It's a game of inches, and Falcons AP Bren,
millimeters
right now,
at this point.
They're playing with feet, right? They're extending their lead even further. And at this point of time, when we look at the items, I think, you know, at least for Flapteezy, he's playing it safe, right? Go for the Dom Ice. You're already up against the CC. He's not going to greed out and go for the War Axe straight away. But the real concern is that Kyle is already 4-0-1, and not to mention, even Few just poking people out with enhanced size, good enough.
The Shadow kill, this guy, Piercer execute, takes him out. Even with the hard guard, Stormy couldn't save him. And this is what's special, I would say, about Flap. He knows exactly, wait, up top, bulletproof Marco. Trying to go in 1v1 against the Assassin, and Skies is forced back. Flap easy! Flickers forward, Nom into the wall, straight onto Super Marco Ogwen. Knocks him up. And he takes the kill with the small hammer he has.
Oh man, Falcons AP Brent making this look easy. What a lead that they've generated for themselves. Slango Red Giants, they have to forfeit every single time Falcons AP Brent takes space. You gotta give it away. There's no point fighting this early on, especially when you're 8-0 in total kill score. But not only that, look at that level lead.
That's Fume. That's the mid lane, who's on Assassin. He can't even, clear these waves usually. But here in this matchup, he's been able to find so much prio, and that's why you see that damage. Golden Staff, at least for Innocent, we're seeing him get towards item power spike. Cram gonna dash away, Yomes with flicker forward, onward, and the Earth Shatter. But Amiss Fury catches 4 on the board, knock up 2. Kyle shut down by Cram. Now on the chase, it's Flap Easy running away for his life. But Super Marco on the Lycan form. Yomes brought back to the team. Another Earth Shatter to knock them up for Innocent. To continue, the spear hits.
You know, what am I doing here, right? What am I even doing here? A forfeit, give up space. I take it all back. Just play pixel perfect. Kill Kyle TZ while he still has his ult. Don't give him a frame to react.
And they're on the board. The momentum slowly shifting, but if we take a look at the goal lead, Gideon, it's still massively in favor of Falcons AP Brent, still flying across the skies, looking down at the Red Giants.
I think at this point, when we're looking at SRG, their main winning factors is can they drag this out long enough so that people like Innocent, people like Sakai can actually catch up to get that critical mass. But unfortunately, it's going to be a little slow, so we're paying attention to Yums and his battle spells. Whenever he has it up, he is looking for an opportunity to lock down Kaltizi like he did previously.
It's all about Yums still. It almost seems like in games before the grand finals, every time he's on to Eden, every time he has a flicker, he'll use it. Just like that. Now the kite back up against Flap TZ, who decided not to commit the dead zone as welcome, and we get to take a look at the items here again for the in-game equipment. Flap TZ, like you said, taking the utility route on this game. Dominance Ice straight into the Sky Guardian helmet. He knows exactly what this pick is meant to do. It's meant to frontline for Super Marco, for Kyle, and we're seeing that with the Quad Shadow and the Shadow Kill into the back line right now, doing a lot of damage. Cram needs the photo proc. Kyle's able to escape with the Quad Shadow, dodging away from the Earth Shatter that was well placed by Yums.
This gives a lot of information, right? Kyle TZ, he's already so far ahead. As long as he doesn't die, that's totally okay, right? Yes, he did lose a couple of Sky Piercer stacks, but it doesn't mean that he isn't like level 13, 9 minutes into the game compared to Sky's full 3 levels ahead of the man. It's tough to argue. But at this point in time, we're just hoping and waiting to see whether the Heart Guard is going to get dropped.
Again, these Quad Shadows by Kyle, using it just to poke, slowly but surely. They bit out the curtain call though. Cram, no ultimate. Wait, Kyle TZ on the Lord. Seems like they're trying to just sneak this one in. So long as Red Giants still focus on their own purple buff. And even then, it's forced out by Flap TZ. Retribution still there for them. Minas Fury into the Debtors. Welcome canceling out the Minas Fury there. And it's going to be the knock up to Cake Yums down. Now into the back line. Comes the Blaze. Knock a few up straight into Skies' Blaze. Flapty's going to be taken down. That's a double for Skies. Looking for a triple as he marches forward. Skies continues the onslaught. Kyle forces the shadow kill. Super Marco chases Innocent in the back line right now. Kyle is in a 1v3. No shadow kill, but he does have the Quad Shadow. Going back and forth. Super Marco goes in and finds the Lycan pounce. Skies looking for it. The spear catches him. Skies finds an unofficial Maniac.
Oh my goodness! How did it end up like this? Falcons AP Brent, they lost sight of what exactly they were fighting for. They already had the objective that they wanted to. They wanted to extend their lead. They may have shown a bit of disrespect, but Slango Red Giants made it messy, kind of split them apart. Keep in mind, Falcons AP Brent, they don't mind diving, but they still have to maintain that front to back. And if the damage lands on the correct targets, like Innocent, like Cramp, who as of right now is catching up real fast with the Brute Force Breastplate. Now, after the early game, he's 1-3-6, but the same goal, if not more, than Flap TZ.
That's some scary stuff right now. The scaling of SRG, the CC, the Ling, the Moskov. It's a very greedy lineup for SRG, but if they are able to somehow find those gold resources and place them onto these 3 members, it'll be very scary in the late game. Even the CC, he'll be able to actually withstand a 1v1 against Kaltizi. I think maybe he might go for the winner. Crown Fu, And then later on in the side lanes, maybe Kyle will have to send over another member, maybe with Few together to really deal with him.
I think they got to start changing their habits up here for the side of Falcons AP brand. Looks like SRG has a bit of a read on them. And at the end of the day, it's all about landing the damage on the correct targets. I think better yet, oh, hold on. Does he want to go for the info? Yes, he does. He's all 5.
Flask of the Oasis is still there, though. And he'll be able to escape with the Quad Shadow. Skies goes in. What? Chasing the back line. Tempest of Blaze knocking him up right into the spear as well. Skies finds the assassination in the back base. Few out. Super Marco with a gun down. Finding the shutdown back, and it will be a trade. Both junglers down. But Innocent wants to continue. Pin down Yums. Finds an Earth Shatter. Stormy in the back line going to be taken down by Flap as he stops him on the ground. But take a look at Yums and Innocent, who is still free hitting. Gets caught by the enhanced sight. There's a Flask of the Oasis from Ogwin's motivation roar. But Cram is still able to escape. Few and Ogwin. Now with Marco on the chase. Flicker forward. The Lycan Pounce will not give anything for Cram to deal with him. Innocent in a 1v3, that one with a nature as well. Tells forward, Super Marco finds it with a nature, trashes him down, and finds the double.
He tries to outplay it. That's going to be a full wipeout here. A double kill for Super Marco. What an interesting approach. Slanger Red Giants make a play of their own to take out Kyle, reset his Sky Piercer stacks, but unfortunately, Few is quite a problem. These extended fights are working out much better for Falcons AP Bread, thanks to the Julian. He doesn't have to wait for a long ultimate. He just needs 8 seconds.
And now Minotaur. Ogwin has the winner crown, Gideon. That's the combo we were waiting for with the Minotaur, especially when they're snowballed. Yums, Earth Shatter R2, but the Minion's Fury knocks them up. Cram gets thrown away. The Spirit of Destruction into the back line. Yums trying to survive now, even with the Shadow kill. Sky's no purple buff, still desperately going for it. Tempest of Blaze now on the Super Marco. Skies finds the shutdown. Now it's a Kyle! It's Skies who continues the fight. And now onto the Lord he goes. Cram in a 1v3, trying to deal some damage. Stormy tries to heal him from across the wall. Skies finds it. Now with the Finch poise over to Few. He continues the damage with the winner crown. Saves it for a bit. Few trying to chase him down. Sky still surviving. Cram with a cleanup, and Few will be taken down.
Are you not entertained? Game number 1 from an abysmal early game. Somehow SRG are the ones who bounce back. Skies makes a play of a lifetime, and Chiling, you can't count him out.
You can never count them out. Sky's in the mid lane now, trying to take the tier 2, and he will be able to do so. He started this game 0-3. He didn't have a purple buff in that team fight.
He didn't, but he does now have 4 items. He's scaled up finally. And honestly, he has more farm than Kyle after having a 4-0 start. And they're cracking open the inhibitors. And I think that SRG, they got to call it quits at some point.
Kyle with the damage, jumps onward forward. Earth Shadow Flicker combos, guys. Trying to capitalize on this. Has the Tempest of Blaze, dodges away from the Fury, catches Super Marco, but now gets chain CC'd. So able to survive for a bit. Knocked down by Flap TZ. Shut down by Flap. Stormy caught in the immobilization as Kyle finishes him off. And finally, Falcons AP Bren, they find the chance to slow it all down again.
I think it doesn't matter, right? With more people dying at this point in time, we look at the waves and we can understand, unless, no, he wouldn't.
What? Innocent? He tried to Spirit of Destruction, doesn't get that Few! Deletes him from the Lanadon. Now it's a wipeout for Falcons AP Bren.
Why overheat? Why overheat? They could have just reset off of this. The waves were in a position where they couldn't get punished, and now they're definitely going to be losing something off of this. Sky's coming back up in 1 and Stormy in 1 as well. They could try 1v3 once more.
The purple buff though. Again, same problem for him. Does seem like for Yums, he will be able to just pressure them away from that mid turret, but the base turret will be taken down already. Sky's barely dodging away, doesn't want to commit the Tempest of Blaze just yet. Buys the Rose Gold Meteor in time, and Falcons AP Bren will be happy just with the 2 base turrets.
I'm telling you, Mirko, this game is starting to look like a war of attrition now. It's like I trade 1 inhibitor, Falcons AP Brand, we're gonna take 2, which begs the question, what is SRG's response? No purple buff once again from both of these assassins, and Kyle in particular, with that purple buff, is gonna be able to do a lot more in these tight situations. 30 more seconds as we look at the items, we're seeing that the biggest problem at this point of time is the fact that, hey, if we want to get into these fights, Ogun, you gotta have your flicker back up. And Yums, his is coming up in 16 seconds, but with a Holy Crystal on top of everything else from Few, that really begs the question, can Innocent truly outplay everybody without the help of the Heart Guard?
A game of millimeters, a game of inches. SRG and Falcons AP Bren. So far for both of these teams, they're still able to keep the far lane base turret intact. So they'll still have an advantage to play with, technically. I think Falcons AP Brand with the mid lane constantly pushing in. Now this is a point where Yums onward in the Earth Shatter over to Flap Teasy. Just with a little bit of poke from Innocent. No teams wanting to go for it, but my question is, Gideon, is this good for SRG? Do they want the mid lane to actually be pushing towards them so that Innocent, so that Cram, so that even Skies can keep farming up, getting those resources?
I don't know. I think that SRG, they want to fight for this, right? I think they know that once the Lord starts crashing in towards their Crystal, it's going to be really difficult to high ground defense. Keep in mind, Stormy is playing Angela. No, Angela is not known to have the greatest wave clear. Oh.
Or Shadow Flicker combo, ulted onward flop, finds the backline with the Detonas. Welcome now straight into Kyle Teasy. With a shadow kill, used up in the back line, able to back away. Skies chasing them all with the Finch points, running him down now with the Tempest of Blades as well. Kyle able to dodge away from the knockup, but will not be able to dodge away from the rest of the Blades. Meanwhile, it's a knockup and a 2 straight into Cram, who's going ham with the yo-yos. And Skies somehow finds a way to escape, but the base was wide open.
A clean back door coming in from Falcons AP Brand SRG. They show that they can go toe-to-toe with some of their best, but when it comes down to the macro, when it comes down to that lead, Falcons AP Brand just show, hey, you got to get on our level. You got to have some polish, kids.
Composure, the calmness to pull that off. In a skirmish that looked like it was pure 50-50, in a skirmish where it looked like SRG were gonna win, they said, nah, I'd segue.
It's tough. I think it's really, really tough considering all the action-packed fights that we're having here. We're so much focus on the micro from the side of SRG. It's really difficult to see the entirety of the map, but I think our analysts could do a better job at breaking down this game. Analysts, please take it away.
Can we just say the first game here already set expectations for this grand finals? Because I don't know about you, gentlemen, but when you're asking me what game number 1 was going to look like, I don't think it would look like that.
Yeah, no, it was high risk, high reward for SRG. And again, if you want to achieve something great, such as defeating the world champions, you gotta think outside the box. You gotta think outside where the box was even made.
Because here's the thing, like, I was
like
almost
that, huh?
thinking that Falcons AP Brand might have a flawless game, right? No devs and everything, but then Slammer Giants fought back, and at the end of the day, it's not who has the better team fight.
Yep.
You just ended the game.
And most importantly, you can see SRG with this set play where it is going to be either Cram or this Edith coming out from Yums to start the fights, and then they will force Kaltizi to maybe pop the Quad Shadow, or it kind of feels like there's someone who forces the ultimate coming out from Kyle, and then in comes the Angeling, which, man, it's still pretty strong. I believe that even when Falcons AP Brand won this game, they probably will not let go of both the Angeling.
Let me just say as well, Slammer Giants, as good as they look going up against Falcons AP Brand, what were those mistakes? Especially towards the end of the game when they're pushing. If they were, you know, maybe a little bit relaxed, could have been a little bit better.
I'll tell you, Lafel, you mentioned it already. The beginning and the end are where they made their most mortal sins. Number 1, they drafted very greedy.
Yes.
They have very little wave clear, very little vision that they can actively throw out to protect this very late game-centric lineup. And then second is towards the end. Again, Coach Vecchi knows that PH teams are so good at macro. They've got so consumed by the team fight that they forgot. Few tried to do this just a couple of days ago.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Stormy did go back, but that's an Angela, you know?
Yeah,
it was a Lilia or something maybe.
Exactly. There's clearly the only, if you think about it, the only legitimate wave clear that SRG has is when Edith pops the ultimate.
Oh,
that's probably, but obviously that's not gonna happen. CC clears the lane slowly.
Oh yeah.
Moskov takes his time, but again in the late game, maybe if you angle it properly, you're gonna clear it better, you know.
And even when Edith, you're also besides the skills, your basic attacks is still hit one at a time.
Exactly. So yeah, we did say that there was a clear problem. Man, imagine if it just had export.
No, but here's the thing. It almost worked out. They were already in the base, but they forced it.
Man.
If they didn't force it, could have looked different.
I hate to tell you this, but in the grand finals, almost will never caught it.
Yeah. Now I guess maybe 3 mortal sins, right? Beginning, the end, and that last one, the push, the force push at the bottom.
Yeah. But still, you know, I gotta say, though, that was when Gideon asked, "Are you not entertained?" Man, I was.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely entertaining.
It was definitely entertaining.
It's so entertaining that even we watching, like off camera, like we will tell you guys, we went through our own cycle of emotions.
Yes. There was a video
I don't know how
footage
to
of
feel.
it.
Yeah.
There was a video footage of it.
It's rolling now.
Yeah, but again, honestly, like, I like the risky draft because, again, like, we had this talk, Leo, if you don't take the risk, how are you going to defeat the world champions? It's just that I kind of feel like when it comes to the gameplay, ending the game, like, I feel like 2 or 3 times SRG got wiped out where they really shouldn't have.
And once FCAP got wiped out, which I think was what sunk my stomach. What really, that roller coaster of emotions where they were like, oh no, they can win, they can do this. Yeah. And Wolf and I would have to eat our words because even ending and concluding the draft, I was like, yo, that's super greedy.
Yep.
And maybe through the sheer team fighting skills, they could have gotten away with it, but...
Yeah. Nevertheless, if there was a team that I would allow to be greedy, I think now SRG has proven their worth for that regard. Because I think that they have a clear idea of what they want to start. If you look at the game and just dissect it, you're going to see a pattern coming up from SRG, which kind of tells me this is a set play that they have rehearsed so much and they know from 0 to 100 and they executed properly, actually.
Honestly, I want to know a little bit more about that. Can you show us with Bob, with the telestrator, what you mean?
Yep. Okay, so thank you for allowing me to do this, actually. Let's just rewind. This is a T-fight that eventually Bren won, but it was a testament to how good the Angeling was and the fact that it was SRG. And Bob doesn't want to rewind. Well, now he's rewinding. Okay, so
thanks, Bob.
Okay, so
thanks, Bob.
This is us rewinding this. Okay, so first off, you can see that it is Kyle TZ in this spot. Well, you cannot see him because he is under.
He's in Oki Shadow.
So,
yeah.
Yep. But that means that he activated his ultimate. So that is a launch pad. The guys identifies, okay, you don't have an ultimate, you did. And there is a lot of stuff that's happening onto the back lanes. FCAP actually chose to chase, and they were able to do it. Now, in this time, we don't even need to highlight anything. This is more about like min-maxing from both teams. In fact, all players are God mode in this case. Look at how they go in and out. Innocent was amazing. Few was really, you know, toying with death. Super Marco was going in and out, making sure that he has the Lycan Pounce. Ogwin as well, utilizing his teammates.
Ooh.
And now they will not turret juggle. They will juggle Innocent.
It was a rope-a-dope. It was an alley-oop. And if I'm not mistaken, there was a...
beautiful.
A sliver of a second, a nanosecond, wherein Cram went... I think he wanted to throw some spell vamp out and then maybe survive and then give the kill over to Innocent.
That's right.
But there were, if I'm not mistaken, 3 members of Falcon's AP Bren there, and I think they thought one went back. So, again, take risks where you can, because if you want to beat the world champions, that's how you do it.
I gotta say, this kind of games is where Super Marco gets the name bulletproof. But with that being said, we gotta look at our Sony MVP, and it's gonna be few on this Julian. And I gotta say, he did a lot. Like, damage, escaping death.
Ended the game single-handedly.
Ending the game. Dude, he did it all.
Yeah, I believe that Few is so much of an expert in this Julian, in a way that the entire team is... the entire team kind of became very comfortable on how he plays the Julian. And I'm saying that because the chain stuns coming out from Falcon's AP Bren were perfect. They're utilizing either Ogwin first, or it will be Few first, and then they will get the damage output done, and then they go in and out. I believe that Few should not be given the Julian. In fact, I would say Falcon's AP Bren are way too comfortable picking up the Julian because 2 people can pick it up.
Would you say that it's a detriment to allow it to open? Like, it's your loss if you leave it open?
I would say yes.
Ban it out then.
Yeah, I would say yes. And
start.
Same can be said though about the Angeling. Maybe take out one of the 2 components.
Just at least one.
Just at least one. I think between Angela and Ling, I think, especially because you're playing up against SRG, just bet the Ling, right?
Yeah, I would agree. Because again, Ingan said it himself, even without the Angela, he's activated, right? So with the Ling, it just makes the problem bigger. But we got to talk about our MVP here, 8 KDA, 751 GPM. And remember, the only guy that has a lower death count than him is just Super Marco.
Isn't that poetic that a hero such as Julian is now one of the specialty heroes of Few, who is in the early game super strong? He played even before Season 1. Now in the twilight of his... I don't even know, like he might even play for like 5 or 6 more years.
Yeah.
You're a mad burst hero in the Julian, like, and he ends the game himself. It's not like...
No, I mean, like, the crowd control itself, I feel like it's one of those things that actually drops guys where the basic attack just pulled them in, pulled them in, pulled them in. It's like, well, I guess my dashes mean nothing here.
That too. See, so at any given point, few matters, both literally and figuratively in the world of MLBB esports.
That's why he's my GOAT.
Yeah.
I'm not a kid, but he's my idol.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's the idol of everyone. But with that being said, starting on July 24th is the female pro players' time to shine. Catch the MLBB Women's Invitational 2024, where 12 teams from 11 regions break barriers and redefine esports. Now, honestly, like, this game with that kind of showing makes me feel like it shouldn't be a sweep, right?
Absolutely.
That could have been the one. That could have been one for SRG, honestly speaking. I wouldn't have been surprised.
Yeah, definitely not. Unless, of course, we're going to see another Angeli on the other side, But yeah, I don't think it will be a sweep.
With that game, we got to look at Falcons AP Brand's achievements. Let's look at the journey that they had here.
Wow. Ever since rebuilding in 2022, they, again, have been a trust the process kind of team.
Yep.
And this is not the output you want. Is this not the best case scenario for output after such a long, drawn-out process?
This is going to be a template for esports in general, particularly mobile esports, right?
Yep.
Because now you're going to look at a team that is not composed of like super... that started out as a super team, or it started out like an all-star team. They made all-stars out of their players. That's amazing for FCAP.
Looking at the stats here, honestly, only average damage per minute and unique heroes is won by SRG. Everything else is by Falcons AP Brand, especially looking at that KDA. It's like, what, double?
Yeah. Then again, can we both agree, can we all agree that this is, that stats probably will never be able to describe the two teams?
Yeah, there's some things you can deduce.
Yeah.
Some things that are results of the way they perform. But in the end, numbers are just numbers.
Yeah.
You tell me that that game was close and you show me the timer, you show me the post-game, I would not have seen the full picture.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't even use a calculator anymore.
What is a calculator? No,
actually, you know,
is there one in my phone?
I just asked Sanford.
Ah, yeah.
He's a human calculator.
Yeah, I just asked him for help. Now we gotta look at the
There it is.
Here.
Here we go.
We're nailing it right in the head.
Very first ban. SRG is gonna be blue side. Falcons AP Brand red side. Banning out a chip as well.
Yep.
So how bad is this? Would you say that the Julian is worse than the Luyi? Because what if it comes down to it?
What if it comes down to between like picking up Julian? I would rather pick up the Julian just because it can be flex. At the same time, you're in the grand finals.
Yeah.
You want to play in your comfort hero as a team. I'm not talking about just a comfort hero as players, individuals, but as a team.
So I think that's what's looking like it's going to happen. Because Harrod's still open.
Yep.
Luyi is still open. Ling is still open. There's so many big-ticket heroes.
This is the part where you definitely want to think, if you're SRG, do you really want to give up Ling or the Valentina, in fact? Because if you want to go back to your Angela, you're scared of that Valentina. And do they actually first pick the Valentina in the presence of what? Harith, Ling, Luyi? Probably not, right? So, well, they do went out to Harith this time. They will be opening up the Valentina.
The question is, will the Ling get banned here?
It's not. Oh, okay.
Right.
So, Luyi or Ling?
For SRG.
I'm
Honestly,
feeling the Ling.
I think Valentina first pick is the best choice. But if I were to guess, they will pick up Ling. The second choice, definitely the Valentina.
Yeah. So, I don't know. SRG feels like a Ling. Because again, it's not like Sakai's did a bad job on the Ling. I mean, maybe he made some bad calls, but it's about maturity, right? Game 1, forget about it. Focus on game 2.
I wonder.
Yeah, no, Angeling's not making it. Because if you pick the Ling here, does that make FCAP more reactive? Does that mean they're forced to pick up the Angela now, or else pay the consequences?
No, they can pick up Valentina and Moskov.
And then not care.
Or Moskov Terizla, actually.
And still have all the answers.
Huh. Interesting. I think among all of those, I think maybe Valentina plus Terizla, right?
There's the Valentina.
Yeah. But yeah, I think my top one is Valentina Moskov. Because
honestly,
now...
Terizla makes sense. Yeah. That goes true.
You got it right, but you
Yeah.
did something else.
Yeah, I mean, like, that still is, I'm still right. You know?
We still want to see
Right is right.
Angela Moskov because it's not like they had a bad game.
Exactly. No, they played very well. If anything, they just adjust the second half.
Yeah. You know why I
Or don't
wanted
die
I want
early.
them? Yeah, that's also true. Yep. I think you still pick up Angela, but then why I like the Valentina is because it can copy the Angela. Angela actually hates playing against this Valentina.
They both just hide.
Yeah. Unless you want to go like Angela Ruby if you're SRG. Well, Moskov Ruby.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
They're letting go of the whole Angela situation, which I think is good because Yums is super comfortable on the Ruby. Almost single-handedly changes the tide of battle.
And I feel like Stormy, this is one of those situations where he's looking at everyone's eyes and he's like, let me carry the game. Let me do damage.
So FCAP should pick up their gold laner now. Maybe somewhere along the lines of a Claude, so that they have a way to match up with this Moskov, because I'm sure that there will be a lot of Super Marco bans upcoming with the Moskov being picked up, Harith not being available, as well as Roger. You want to pick up your gold laner now if you're FCAP.
The real question is it really going to be Roger? You know what? At this point, I want the casters to come in. You guys are seeing the first 3 picks for Slangray Giants as well as Falcons AB brand. How are you guys feeling about this one?
I think no, yeah. Haya.
All right, they're thinking Haya.
Yeah.
They have a brainstorming in their outside.
They're very invested.
Yeah, they're very.
I mean, given how dynamic and layered the first game was in draft, despite it being relatively greedy for SRG, I think there was a lot to go in there.
Again, going back to the casters, like, let's start with Falcons AB brand. What do you guys think of their opener?
Personally, I think their opener is looking really, really good. The Valentina, I mean, Miri and Merkel have been discussing constantly about the back and forth between these two teams, and I think so far, FCAP looking real nice.
Yeah, I think for Falcons AP brand, picking up the Terizla early was just amazing for them. Now they can nail down on the XPs for Cram, force the Ruby, hopefully, maybe for them, onto Cram. And then for SRG, I feel like they're really just going to try to nail down Kaltizi, deny all the assassin picks, force him on utility.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen, for your thoughts on Falcons AP brand's opener. Now, in terms of the ban, what are we looking at like here?
I think I'd like to hold it on choking out Cram.
All right, okay.
Because again, after the aforementioned Ruby switch up is there, and of all the members of SRG, Cram is the one who is okay with living with the bare minimum. He's okay getting beat down. He can start the game at 0-4, and they'd still dig their way out of that. So maybe just protect everyone else and then let him be alongside Stormy, you know, carry in his own way.
Yeah. All right. Now that means that you ban what? Paquito, I guess. Or Harlot's still Harlot's banned. Yeah, so you ban Paquito. There still is the potential of the Angela, by the way. We are not eliminating that factor, which also will be really good for SRG. That means that if they do want to pick up the Angela once again,
Personally, for me, I want to see a damage dealer.
For Stormy.
Yeah, personally, like, give him something like a Farsa. Yeah, exactly.
Farsa's great overall. Another option is the Kagura. Oh, the Angel ban from FCAP.
Oh, wait, another one. The Aurora.
Oh, yeah.
The Aurora.
Yep. Also a hero that you don't give a massive ultimate to the Valentina too. Right?
Yeah.
It's combo based, so it makes a lot of sense versus the Valentina. I'm curious, right? Nolan is probably among all of the assassins that we know, with Ling being picked up, Fanny ban, Hayabusa ban. You're left with Nolan. But it's not good against the Ling. So actually, my guess here is maybe they'll go for
utility box is still out.
Yeah, or maybe even an Amon if Kyle picks it up. But here's an interesting thought. Maybe what if they go the Echo, the Team Liquid Echo route, where they pick up Guinevere, right?
That's a pocket pick. Haven't seen Kyle Teasy on one in a while.
Ooh, with the Minotaur, you pick up Aurora here.
Okay, that's a chain stun special from Falcons AP brand again.
Yeah.
Chain stun, chain knock up.
Yeah, or maybe a Navaria. How about a Navaria for SRG?
I mean, that does solve the vision situation. Doesn't really give much burst, but allows for you to control the flow of combat.
Navaria and Edith looks really good here for SRG. It's a good close-up on their already solid lineup with 2 important cores. You have the Ruby for eventually for Cram, or the Edith, whichever they pick, which are 2 heroes that are unbothered by the Terizla, and in a way can actually soak up the damage from the Claude. Now they pick up X-Borg. Like,
now they get the Borg and they get the Vixana. I guess they're just throwing all caution to the wind, saying, you know what, we don't care. Take the Eternal Guard.
Yeah.
And we'll go off of Innocent, we'll go off of Sikais.
Okay. Oh, and the Nolan last pick here.
Yep.
So, thank you again, gentlemen, analysts, for your service towards the draft. Nolan last pick here coming in from Falcons AP brand. Gideon and Mirko, hope you guys are ready because we're throwing it over to you guys.
Man, that first half of the draft, that was interesting, but at least between you and me, Mirko, we figured it out towards that second half as we start rolling into this game.
Oh, man, you know, it really felt like for SRG, they really wanted to deny those assassins away, but they left the Nolan open, obviously because the Tigreal is a big threat to them as well. But now that Kyle is on an assassin that can match the Ling when it comes to farm, it's scary. They have a Terizla as well. This is a very similar composition that they used to beat Liquid Echo just yesterday, or 2 days ago.
And that's the thing, right? It's just a one-to-one solution. Hopefully the pieces are going to start falling into place. We're going to see whether our Malaysian representatives has what it takes to even take away a singular game in this best of 7 from the final bosses, the gods of the games. Falcons, AP Brent, as we start rolling into the Land of Dawn. It's going to be SRG on blue side up against FCAP on the red.
SRG were definitely able to make Falcons AP Bren bleed in game number 1. It looked dominant for Falcons AP Bren at the start, but then towards the mid-game, SRG with Yums always looking for the fights, they were able to drag them down to the ground to actually make it a head-on battle.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they were even to get the Falcons. They're not clipping their wings just yet, but definitely brought them to eye level, which is surprising. But looking at the emblems so far, seems pretty standard all across the board. However, this starts from the side of Falcons AP Brent. In particular, Kyle Teasy, he opted to go for his orange buff first, then make his way down towards his purple, which does give an indicator that maybe they would just want to break the Faraga armor relatively early, just so that Flap Teasy has a better time in lane.
Yeah, for sure. I think getting rid of the Faraga armor is going to be top prio for Falcons AP Brent, because we were talking about this X-Borg pick as well, off cam. The X-Borg is really great in lane. In the team fights here, up against a lot of burst heroes, like the Valentina and even the Nolan, he will struggle a bit, but as long as Cram can utilize the lead he gets in the lane, if the rest of the team is able to also just let him do whatever he pleases in the lane, it's going to be A-okay for Cram.
Now we get to the 1 minute 30 seconds and nothing has happened down by the EXP side, which gives Cram indication that, hey, it's probably safe on this side of the map for now. And as we notice, Kyle Teasy, he's on the top side, right? He's looking for an opportunity, maybe foreseeing that SRG was going to read into the EXP attack. Because look at them, they're sending 4 members down.
Again, for Falcons AP Brent, it's all about dealing with Cram, the Faraga armor, because he's going to have auto prio. Especially with Stormy coming around. He gets that passive down, and Cram will just burn those minions for the passive to kill everything.
Now, Turtle is up. Purple buff is needed for Sakai to actually stand a chance. But Kyle, he's power farming this entire time. In terms of like the laning phase, honestly, this is a way more manageable game compared to number 1.
Good damage there. Onto Few. Placed down by the Cursed Blast, but take a look at Falcons AP Brent, who are the ones on the Turtle. Holding it down for now. Flap Teasy has the penalty zone. Can go for the zone, but Skies is really rotating over. Cal Teasy gonna be pulled back by Yomes. Eternal Guard coming down as well, but Ogwen will be able to pop in his Fury straight into the flicker, knocking 2 members up. The SOD connects, but no one's taking it just yet. Ogwen gets blasted down by the last Insanity, and it will just be 1 for 1. Few going back and forth on the Valentina. Just with a Turtle advantage. Falcons AP Brent up top. Super Marco blazing duet. Innocent wants to go for the pin down, finds it, but there will not be a solo kill. Not now.
Man, Innocent refuses to let go of any farm. He's like, I'm gonna pin you to the wall real quick. No. Let me quickly get the cannon. All right, we're done with the trade. Okay, we're done. No more afterwards. But at the end of the day, Falcons AP Brent, despite trading both supports for each other, they were able to achieve that turtle. So if we're talking about a matter of inches, it's whether or not this turtle shield is going to make a difference in the upcoming engagement, right? Because right now, it's pretty passive between both top and bottom side, EXP and as well as gold.
I think it's going to be that way for the most part because Falcons AP Brand, they're just so good, even in losing matchups, to make it even in the lane. They know that they are just here to farm. In the bottom lane, the Terizla is a losing matchup. Up top, even the Claude is a losing matchup, but somehow they're farming really, really well. You can even see in the XP, Claude, Marco's ahead.
Yep. They got to take their time with this, right? They're looking for these big opportunities to make big plays. And I think I'm looking towards Few and as well as Stormy in this particular game, right? Because I think that's the big game changers for each team. We're expecting FlapTZ to look for the big engage. We're expecting Cram to peel. That's pretty obvious. Even for Ogun as well as Yums, the big engages happen off of their battle spell timer. So keep in mind, 30 seconds on and 25 seconds on both.
That's a fracture damage. That's the burst damage that we were worried about for Cram on the X-Borg. Say goodbye to the Faraga armor. Sky's now in the bottom lane. Goes for the Fine Blaze just towards the minion waves. CalTZ together with Flap. The hammer swings a few times. Skies gets zoned away from this turret. Will be able to pick up that last XP cannon minion. But still, a lot of resources down now for Sky's half HP. Yoms, I'm offended, didn't connect Few. Able to use the last Insanity anti-CC to escape.
Yeah, nah. I think at this point, they're just going to have to take their time, right? I definitely think that at this point of time, wait, hold on. That doesn't look right. Cram's got a little more health with that, but still good patience coming in from Skies, right? His ult is such a big resource for him that he needs to hold for as long as possible.
Same time down under that turret, but Cram knows better than to stay.
Your inner flame flickers with such beauty.
Then Kyle, after having a 4-0 start, and they're cracking open the inhibitors, and I think that SRG, they gotta call it quits at some point.
Kyle with the damage, jumps onward forward, Earth Shadow Flicker combos, guys. Trying to capitalize on this, has the time to blaze, dodges away from them, and his Fury catches Super Marco, but now gets chain CC'd, so able to survive for a bit, knocked down by FlapTZ, shut down by Flap. Stormy caught in the immobilization as Kyle finishes him off. And finally, Falcons AP Bren, they find the chance to slow it all down again.
I think it doesn't matter, right? With more people dying at this point in time, we look at the waves and we can understand unless he wouldn't.
What? Innocent? He tried to Spear of Destruction, doesn't get Few! Deletes him from the Lanadon, now it's a wipeout for Falcons AP Bren!
Why over